Today we looked at writing equations from graphs. So we're going to be given a graph of a line, and our goal is to write the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Remember, m is our slope value, and b is the y-intercept. So our three steps as we go through, we're going to find the y-intercept. That's where the line crosses or intersects the y-axis, and that is our value for b. And then step 2, we're going to find the slope. We're going to do that using our slope triangles. And remember that slope is m. And when we have those two values, then we can write the equation of the line y equals mx plus b, plugging in the slope for m and the y-intercept for b. So let's look at example 1. For example 1, we're going to walk through those three steps. It says to find where the y-intercept find the y-intercept, so we're going to find where it crosses the y-axis. Remember, this is our y-axis. So we need to figure out where our line crosses the y-axis. And we see that that happens down here where y is -4. So our y-intercept is -4. But we need to remember that that could be written as an ordered pair. The x value is 0. The y value is -4. Okay? So that's our y-intercept. Step 2 is to find the slope. And for the slope, we're going to draw a slope triangle. Remember, we could use these 2 points that were given. If we saw other points that were in the crosshairs, we could use those too. So I would need to go up and then to the right. And if I go up, I went up 7. That is a +7. So my rise is +7. And I went to the right 2. Going to the right is positive. So my run would be +2. And then we always want to make sure our slope is simplified. So a positive divided by positive is positive. 7/2, if I simplify that fraction, the only common factor is 1. So my slope is 7/2. So at this point, I have my slope, I have my y-intercept. I can write the equation of the line. Y equals m, and our m is our slope, and we figured out that our slope was 7/2 times x, and that is the variable x. And then we have plus b, and our y-intercept is -4. And so we could think about that as plus -4, but that's not the simplest way to write it. And we always want it in simplest terms. And so instead of writing plus -4, we could just write -4. So the equation of this line would be y equals 7/2 x minus 4. Okay, that would be our final answer. So let's look at example 2. Okay. Our first step, remember, is to find the y-intercept from looking to see where the line crosses the y-axis, and that would be here at 5. So my y-intercept is 5. As an ordered pair, we could write that as the point 0, 5, because x is 0 and y is 5. And then we need to find our slope. So in this case, we're going to go down 2, and because we went down, that rise would be a -2. And then we're going to go to the right 4 units. Moving to the right 4 units is a +4, so my run is +4. And then we want to simplify. Right? So a negative divided by a positive is negative. And 2/4 simplifies to be 1/2. So my slope is -1/2. And then the last step, again, is to write the equation. Y equals, our m is -1/2 times x. And then plus b. In this case, our b is a +5, so we're going to have +5. So our final answer for this equation, the equation of the line that was graphed, is y equals -1/2 x plus 5.